Hi, I'm Steve Adubato with my longtime colleague, Mary Gamba. Mary and I talk about leadership and communication all the time. She leads our program called Stand and Deliver. It's a not-for-profit initiative for inner-city youth, teaching them leadership and communication. Mary, last night, or part one, people saw the virtual 21st annual virtual Stand and Deliver Night of Eloquence. Tonight, set up what they're about to see.
Sure. You're about to see the conclusion of the virtual Night of Eloquence. If you happen to miss last night, please go to our website, steveadubato.org. It'll be right up on the screen. You can check out the full Night of Eloquence virtual program if you happen to miss last night. But you're about to see the conclusion of that. Then at the way end of the program, you're also going to see some fabulous students who participated in our media skills program as well.
So here now, part two of the Stand and Deliver Night of Eloquence.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Fernandez. I am a junior at Technology High School, and today I'll be performing an original piece called The Power of Words. Have you ever heard the saying that actions speak louder than words? Now, imagine you're in a movie theater. You're with your friends, you're having fun, you're eating popcorn, you're watching the latest movie release. And then, all of a sudden, someone yells, "Fire, fire!" What would be your reaction? Why would you react this way? Do you know what the person said is true? What if they were lying? But how would you know? Although many say that actions speak louder than words, I beg to differ. Words are more powerful than action. Words can create division just like we've seen for the past 4 years. Words can provoke harmful actions. An example, the January 6th insurrection. After Trump gave his speech, thousands of rioters marched to Capitol Hill and broke inside. In his speech, he spoke about how the election was rigged in favor of Joe Biden, that ballot boxes were stuffed with false ballots, that the 2020 election was the most fraudulent election in history, that he was the actual winner. Trump's own words provoked an insurrection. Words can lead to thoughts, and those thoughts can lead to actions. And those actions can affect our mental health, they can affect our mindset, they can affect our perspective, and they can create division between people. So, in order to create change, we have to listen to one another.
Hello, my name is Oceana Minatuanta. I am a junior at St. Vincent Academy, and today I will be performing an original piece called No Justice, No Peace. My melanated skin shines so bright in the sunlight. My milk chocolate skin, gorgeous throughout the day and lovely throughout the night. My beautiful brown complexion, my kinky hair and its roots, I shower it with affection. But when you see it, your first reaction is to shoot. It pains me that we have to tell our young black kings and queens, when the police stop you, make sure your hands are always seen. Raise them high at all times. Do not raise your voice nor fight. They will be rude sometimes, but you must remain polite. And we constantly wonder why our names become hashtags on the internet. Because in their eyes, we're the bad guys. Our skin makes us a threat. We abide by their rules and do what they say, yet they always resort to force. They take our lives one by one without an ounce of remorse. I'm sorry, young black girl, that your parents have to weep. In their eyes, you're always dangerous, even when you are asleep. I'm sorry, young black boy, that you can't have your fun, because no matter what you hold, in their eyes, it's always a gun. I'm so sorry, young black girl, that you experienced your last day. Even though you called them for help, they decided to take your life away.
Good evening. My name is Esther Ojo, and I'm a sophomore at Technology High School. Today, I will be performing an original piece called The Beauty of a Fallen Country. Chinua Achebe once said, "Being a Nigerian is both absolutely frustrating and unbelievably exciting. Should I start with the jollof rice and the music? Or should I just focus on the corrupt leaders and the developing civil war? The giant of Africa, or so they say. Is Nigeria really the giant if Nigerians are being massacred in their own Independence Month? Are we still considered the giant of Africa if we can't solve issues without shedding innocent blood? Are we really as great as they say if our leaders keep failing us decade after decade? Fire, lights out, cameras off, soldiers out. Kill everyone you see, including peaceful Nigerians, were the words of our very own leader, who is supposedly a protector. What does Nigeria really come to if the daughter of a politician has over 60 billion in her account, while 55% of Nigerians barely have 6,000 after wasting their days in hard labor? Greedy, selfish, corrupt murderers are who we have as leaders. People who watered the motherland with the blood of its children. Oh, Nigeria, we hail thee. A country where innocent people get killed for fighting to stop killings. A country where people die while singing the national anthem. A country where peace and unity should reign, but quite the opposite happens. A country where the leader stood in the audience and watched as lives of innocent youth got wasted on the streets. However, their death will not be in vain, as we will keep pushing and fighting away the pain, till we eradicate all enemies of peace, and end SAS shall be our pride and not our shame.
I mean, you get a sense of not only how talented these young people are, but when you talk about be the change for what? Be the change for improvement of lives of young people who are often struggling in urban communities, improving police-minority relations, improving the environment, just improving the education system. Be the change. Instead of looking for someone else, what will you do? That's what these young people are. So Mary and Tony, in that spirit, there's a scholarship application. I'm not going to go into the details of it, but Mary and Tony, what did we ask students to do, the students who are ultimately going to win these scholarships so they can go on to college, help them pay for college, which comes from the Ad Journal and the support of the program? Go ahead, Mary.
Yeah, sure thing. So students completed a scholarship application. This is for the graduating seniors of the Stand and Deliver program. And then we obviously go through the application, select the winners, and now it is our honor and privilege to just announce who those winners are and just offer them a huge congratulations.
Congratulations to all of our Stand and Deliver scholarship recipients. Well-deserved. They earned it, and those dollars are going to really good use. Real quick, Tony, set up this last presentation. When we select, I shouldn't say we because the team is really involved, and I'm the leader when they do the work, and I help raise the money. But the reality is, I repeat myself, it's Mary and Tony and a great team that run this every day. But Tony, when we're selecting this final performer, it's got to be pretty special, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Different every year, but we really want to leave the audience or the viewers with something to think about, with a young person who is who hits at the heart and who hits at the mind at the same time. So hopefully that is what we have done, and hopefully you will enjoy and learn from it.
And Mary, I gotta tell you, as Tony lays that out so powerfully, how many times we've been in that room, often in Nanina's, before that at the at NJ PAC, other places we've been. What's it like? That final performer usually does tug at the heartstrings of people, delivers an emotional, powerful presentation. It moves people not just off out of their seats and onto their feet, but tears flow.
Yeah, tears, goosebumps, every emotion under the sun. And it's just truly an honor to be in the presence of the greatness of these young adults. And then just knowing that they're really just at the beginning of their journey and just wishing them well. And I'm just so proud of each and every one of the performers and really excited for everyone to see our final performer today.
And this is, in fact, the final performance of the 2021 21st Annual Stand and Deliver Night of Eloquence. Yes, it's virtual, but it's no less powerful. Let's check it out.
Good evening. My name is Xavier Jordan. I am a senior at Arts High School, and today I will be performing an original piece entitled Forms. I feel stuck. I feel stuck genuinely, like nobody can help me in my circumstance. See, it's a circle, and the other end always comes back to you no matter what you do. Keep a few in your circle, because many try to escape. Maybe you should let them escape. They feel stuck helping you. It's really a time period where one can feel like a burden because they're helping you, seeking that you return the favor because in that very moment, they were your savior. To make a circle, you must get to where you started from. And now I understand why so many are closed with heavy outlines that never end. I'm just looking for an opening. Let me in, let me in. I want to know what's happening to the minds that confine to these forms. Social norms. I'm white, I'm straight, I'm gay, I'm black. Why should society care anyway? To raise a child, society does first. Bring me down at my worst, conflicted on who you are, labels that define who you are. You use others' experiences, yet you never experienced this. Now this is the label that you claim you is. Remember? Labels, a manifestation, a distinguish between living and non-living. Maybe you can't think outside the box because you was never inside the box. Maybe you was 2D, see, never could understand the reality of your dreams or your self-worth. So you fall flat and hold back to what's important to you because something's telling you what to do, what to believe, or that you can't achieve. They'll never understand the pain until you bleed. Never happy until there's a bullet in your head and you're lying there dead. Remember? Forms. I'm sure you do. It's used to seclude all of you. Forms, labels. It's the norms of oppression. It's to hide all confessions, conflicted by social peer pressure. So to these ideas, one conforms to these norms. But I'm here to inform that it is I that encourages you to break the norm, that's sworn to challenge that life is a free platform in which you perform self-expression. That is the ultimate progression to one's identity. That leads, that breaks social construct with authenticity, and which leads to forms of freedom and liberty. Thank you.
So there it is. That is the 21st Annual Stand and Deliver Night of Eloquence. Virtual, yes, but hopefully we made a connection with you. On behalf of the entire Stand and Deliver team, we just say thank you. Best to you and your families, and I promise you, if we can, we'll see you in person next year. I mean, that's powerful communication. Young men and women getting up, standing and delivering their messages in a powerful way. But Mary, we also pivoted this year. After this quick break, the people are going to see the Stand and Deliver Media Skills program, which was supported by the PSEG Foundation. Why did we do that program, and what are they about to see?
Sure. We work with a great team there, including Maria Spina, really talking about let's get these young adults prepared for life after college. They may be interested in media skills. We asked our hundreds of students who's interested in media skills, and we had a great group volunteer, and they went through a series of seminars with you and me and Tony Richardson, our project director, and we're about to see them talking about their experience.
It's really good stuff. We need leaders. We need young leaders, particularly in our urban areas, who speak up about what they believe in to make a difference. Right after a quick break, we'll be right back.
To watch more One-on-One with Steve Adubato, find us online and follow us on social media.
Hi, I'm Steve Adubato, and yeah, you're looking at a very interesting picture of 6, at least 5, I know for sure, very talented leaders. I'll include myself on the 6th end of that. But this is all about our Stand and Deliver program. You may ask, what is that? And Mary Gamba, who heads that program, along with our colleague, Tony Richardson, who's the program director, they'll tell you about the details, but our website for our Stand and Deliver leadership and communication development program for urban youth, primarily Newark, New Jersey, my hometown, Brick City, the hometown of the young man and the two young women we're about to meet. Mary, do me a favor, introduce our special guests. First start with Tony, because it doesn't happen without her, and then our very talented high school students.
Yeah, I'm so happy to do so. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We have Tony Richardson, who is my partner with the Stand and Deliver program for over 20 years. She's the project director of Stand and Deliver. Then we have Amatalani Aziz. I'm actually going to use my notes just to make sure I get this right. People's Prep Charter School, a rising senior. By the time this airs, you probably will be a senior. Ashley Canella, Technology High School, rising senior. And then we have Ashanike Akafor, Science Park High School, a rising junior. But what's so funny, even though these three are high school students, each and every one of them, I swear they're ready to go to college.
What's interesting is that the Stand and Deliver program historically has taught communication skills, presentation skills, executive presence, how to communicate under pressure, but we expanded through a grant from the PSE&G Foundation. We expanded it to provide media skills, helping young men and women who are looking to be leaders, in fact, communicate under pressure. So, Omatalani, let me put you on the spot right away. What was the biggest takeaway for you from the very high-pressured, under, the hot lights, getting interviewed and getting feedback? What was that like for you?
I feel like that was very overwhelming because it's the first time I'm doing like a TV broadcast. But I've been with you and Mary and Tony for 3 sessions, and I'm pretty sure I'm confident about it, and it feels very good to be able to have my voice on for more people to hear it.
Ashley, I remember you were doing, by the way, tell everyone that we didn't pick the topics that you were being interviewed on. You picked the topics, because the entire idea of this leadership and communication Stand and Deliver program is to, as we say, Mary and Tony, be the change. Right, be the change. So you are proposing some change, some improvement, and we questioned you about it. So Ashley, let me ask you, what was the topic? Do you remember the topic you talked about?
Yes, I talked about mental health and the disparity within the immigrant community, especially Hispanic culture. And for me, that was a really hard topic. I became so passionate about it, and my emotion even came out at one point because I personally have struggled with this issue, and I see the importance of it in today's day and age, especially with medicine and psychology's education and knowledge progressing. And so for me, it was important to speak out about it and to actually be the change that we want to see in that topic and that issue and that awareness in the whole community of immigrant culture. So I just wanted to make sure that it was known. And I thank you all for giving me the chance to share that with you.
Well, we actually thank you. Tony, before we go to Ashanike, let me ask you, for you, to see the Stand and Deliver program expand from presentation skills, public speaking, to this, frankly, high-pressured, for 15, 16, 17-year-old young men and women, to be media trained. What was that like for you as a leader in this program for 20 years?
I think it's very important, that what we do in the Stand and Deliver program is that we continue to reflect on what we're doing and do everything possible to make it better. And this is just really so important because there's so many issues that young people today care about, and there aren't enough venues for them to really be able to develop the skills to be able to express their opinions and therefore become better leaders in our society. And I think that this opportunity really offered that kind of a professional situation. So I think they'll go into college and into their careers really a lot more ready than they would have been without this experience.
And you know what's so interesting? I'm always sending Mary videos of leaders in public situations, be it government, business, sports, academia, who really don't know how to handle a media interview, who kind of panic and don't communicate clearly and effectively and say, oh, I wish I hadn't said that, or I wish I left something out, and all those kinds of things. And this helps people prepare. Ashanike, by the way, tell everyone what you spoke about, because again, your choice, your issue, your cause. Go ahead.
I chose to speak about immigration in the United States and the lack of judges that are able to view court cases for immigrants. I chose this topic because it's very sentimental to me. My family is a family of immigrants. My parents are immigrants. My uncle, aunts are immigrants. And every time I see them have to go to court hearings and then get denied and then get turned back and have their court days pushed, it makes me feel bad. I had to speak about this topic because I need to show awareness of how much the immigrants in this United States need to have a voice or a hearing and be able to have judges to hear their cases.
Was this personal for you in addition to it's some policy issue you care about? Very personal.
Yes, it was very personal. And I believe not only was it personal to a few of the policies, but it was personal in the side that I didn't have a say in who goes or who gets to stay. I didn't have a say in seeing, some of my family leave America. And I think it was a really sad time for me.
Yeah. And by the way, Omotalani, as I come back to you, and Mary, jump in, we saw you at the beginning. So Omotalani, compare the first interview you did, right? Mary's shaking her head, you're shaking your head.
I was going to, you were reading my mind. I was just going to say that, Omotalani, when we first met you, and now we were super impressed in that first session, but then by the third session, just talk about your transformation and what your topic was that you spoke about.
So I spoke about power relating to men. And the first time I spoke about it, I was shaky and I didn't know the right words to use. But of course, you guys are amazing and you helped me learn better about it. And by the third interview, I was able to put out my ideas about how men misuse their power. And it's because it's like a thing in the society. For example, men are the toxic masculinity thing. I've already made them believe they have the power and they're entitled to a lot of things. And this makes the society very shaky, where women are subjected to be submissive to them. And this affects the whole world, where females are not even able to do things. Last week, I was just walking on the road and this man just believed he had the right to stalk me to where I was going to get my number. And he believed he had the right to do that because my parents confronted him and he was like, it's right. And this is the things we go through because I am 17 and I cannot walk on the street without having like 5 old men follow me where I'm going. And I was able to grow through these interviews to understand and be able to put my voice out. And I feel like it's so important.
Let me ask you this again, and Mary, some of the other topics were raw and real and important to the young men and women in the Stand and Deliver program. But I'm curious about this, the confidence question. I often coach in my other life very high-level professionals in their positions, but they're not overly confident about having to do this and do it well. Confidence. Starting, give me a number 1 to 10, right? Ashley, 1 to 10 when you started, and on the back end, 1 to 10. 1 to 10 confidence level when you got into the communication media program.
When I definitely started, I would say that I was at a 3. And then by the third session, I think it grew to 8. And that's just thanks to the program, thanks to my beautiful peers and also you and Mary and Tony and all that you guys were able to provide me with, the feedback and everything that just dwindled up to that moment. So yeah.
And you know what's interesting? I'm sorry for interrupting. You know what's interesting is you said your beautiful peers, they gave feedback as well. So Ashanike, you got feedback from your peers. You know, very often in these seminars, you go do a presentation or you do a mock media interview. Oh, you're terrific. You're great. Where can I get better? Oh, no, you're great. You're terrific. That doesn't help anybody. We were telling you where you were good, and we also told you where you needed to improve. Shanike, 1 to 10 on the start, 1 to 10 on the back end.
For me, in starting, I think I started off with 5, close to 7, if at my best. But I think that the Stand and Deliver brought me to a 10 at the end. And I believe that is because of all the corrections and all the understandings I had to take. I needed to slow my speaking down so other people can hear and understand. And I also needed to be able to effectively communicate my topic.
Yeah, and I got to give you the last chance. Omotalani, you were confident coming in, and I can't imagine you're off the charts on the back end.
So I would say I was a 7 coming in, and I'm now 11 over 10 because I used this in my award ceremony for the RFK Urban Education, and it was last week, and I spoke beautifully. And I was like, I wish you guys were here to see this, but you were not.
Send us a video if there's video on the.
There better be video of this.
They will.
Send it. Tony, let me give you the final word. Again, with us from day one, how proud are you right now in this moment? We've taken the program to the level where the students who are the best of the best wind up on the air with us on public broadcasting, other platforms. What's it like for you to see your mentees doing this?
I'm very proud of you guys. You came in with something that you maybe thought you had, you weren't sure, you didn't know exactly what to do with it or how to execute it. And now you do. I'm also, Steve, I'm impressed with us because we chose from a larger group that we worked with these 3 students who are not just well-spoken, but have issues that they really care about. And I can also tell that they think about their issues and they also read about their issues.
Mary, Tony, to our great students, thank all of you. You're the best.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by these public-spirited organizations, individuals, and associations committed to informing New Jersey citizens about the important issues facing the Garden State. Promotional support provided by NJ.com, keeping communities informed and connected.
If you need to see a doctor, RWJ Barnabas Health has 2 easy ways to do it from anywhere. You can see an urgent care provider 24/7 on any device with our Telemed app. Or use our website to book a virtual visit with an RWJ Barnabas Health Medical Group provider or specialist, even as a new patient. You've taken every precaution, and so have we, so don't delay your care any longer. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.